time is it? What time is it, you ask? I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for some March Madness. That's right. All around the country, everyone's got their brackets filled out, ready to see who can make it to the big dance of this year's NCAA 2012 National Championship. I myself haven't seen a college basketball game in over 7 years, but I think I'm due. Oh, I know I'm due. Plus, I spent the last 4 hours making the bathroom of my apartment look like a 64 bracket tournament, so I figured it'd be the smart thing to do, right? Or maybe I'm just mad with March Madness. Alright, as usual, we got 64 teams playing in the first round. That's a lot of basketball to play, and a lot of basketball to talk about, but we don't have that kind of time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some key matchups that I want to talk about set in each of the 4 regions. Regions? Regions. Madness. Words. Now, as you may be quick to point out, you cannot read any of the teams listed in the first round. Why? Well, because the camera lens is not that sharp and you couldn't read it anyway. But they're there, trust me. Anyway, so we're going to first talk about the South region. Located right here. Now, we've got the top 2 seeds in that region are number 1 seeded Kentucky and number 2 seeded Duke. Do they have what it takes to run the table? Yeah, probably. But we're not going to talk about them right now. The matchup I want to talk about is number 7 Notre Dame and number 10 Xavier. Now, why is this the key matchup? I don't know, you got the Fighting Irish and you got the Xaviers of Professor Child Xavier of the X-Men. Yeah, you got the Irish and the X-Men. Now, the Irish have the luck it's gonna need in this month of March, month of St. Patrick's Day, to make it all the way past Professor Xavier and his mutants. Probably not. I don't know. I think it's Xavier handles them pretty handily. I mean, it's not like they're going into the Juggernaut, right? The Juggernaut. Yeah, he's not in the tournament, I don't think. We'll see. Alright, and the other matchup I want to talk about is number 6, UNLV versus number 11, Colorado. That's right, Colorado. But I think UNLV, they're the dark horse of this South region. I think they have what it takes. Why? Okay, secretly I like UNLV. Why? I don't know, I got my money on UNLV. They're the Rebels. They're gonna run. Can they beat Duke? Can they beat Kentucky? We'll see. But I like them. Alright, now we're gonna head south, from the south, to the west. Yes, the west bracket, located right here. Now, according to my computer, we've got number 1 seeded Michigan State and number 2 seeded Missouri. Now, granted, most likely most of them will end up in the finals of that tournament. But we got 2 matchups I want to talk about. We got Virginia, number 10, versus number 7, Florida. Now, the Gators have won a championship at some point. I don't know when. They chomped their competition. I don't know. Were the Gators? I think they can Cavalier past them. The Cavaliers. I don't know. Not a good... Anyway, Florida beats Virginia. Right? Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Then, we've got Memphis versus St. Louis. Now, I didn't even know St. Louis had a basketball team. And they're gonna play basketball, but then they're gonna determine which city plays better music, Memphis or St. Louis? No, we've got blues. No, you don't. We do. Memphis, St. Louis. I'd take Memphis. Why? I don't know. Because their music is better? It's pretty much the same, but I had to pick somebody, right? Ugh. We got Vanderbilt and we got Harvard. Harvard, that's right. The Harvard University. I don't know. Maybe it's the online college, I'm not sure. But anyway, they both seem really smart. Smart enough to make it to the Final Four? We don't know. But we will see what school will outsmart each other with their smart students. I don't know how smart they are. They seem to be. Maybe their standards are just high, but their students are pretty average. We don't know. But can they play basketball? I think they can. The Harvard Crimson and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Anyway, I'm picking Vanderbilt. Finally, we're going to be talking about the Midwest bracket, right over here. With number 1, UNC, and number 2, Kansas. Kansas is playing Detroit. Yes, as in the Detroit Pistons. They're so bad that they had to go back to NCAA basketball. And they're only a 15 seed. That's pretty bad for a professional basketball team. I'm picking Kansas. But we also want to talk about number 9, Alabama, and number 8, Creighton. I've never heard of them either. They're called the Blue Jays. They sound like a baseball team from Canada. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't even know Alabama was in the tournament. I guess they made it because they don't shave points off their scoreboard like other teams. Point is, Alabama versus Creighton. I'm picking Alabama to win, but I think that's as far as they're going to go. Because if they win another national championship this year, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. I think UNC takes that bracket. They're the heels with tar on them. How do they move? I don't get it. How do you have tar on your heels? Doesn't that make it hard to walk? Madness. Pretty exhausted from all this madness. Yeah, I keep pitching that word madness. That seems to be the theme of the month. Anyway, stay here, or check back here. Keep posted on all the March Madness. I tell you, I'm right, like 4% of the time. I'm pretty good with this stuff, trust me. Check back in on the next round. Catch you later. Madness out!
What are you doing? Honestly.